Peter and Lois always had a weird relationship. One day it was sweet moment, and the other day it was pure chaos. So today, we're breaking down times Peter and Lois were craziest couple. Let's start the show. Peter and Lois try to fix their marriage with a romantic getaway, but the plan quickly turns into a reality check. What starts as a spontaneous vacation becomes a test of love, patience, and how far they are willing to go to feel close again. Season 12, Episode 5, Cheap Airline Tickets Spark an Idea. Lois suggests a family trip since they never travel anymore.
Hey, I know a place you can go, Lois. Hell. There, I said it.
Peter is not told the full truth and only agrees after thinking they are heading somewhere much less exciting. By the time he realizes the destination is Italy, the plane is already in the air.
Well, what about Seven Flags Atlantis?
Peter, don't be silly. There's no such place.
Once they arrive, Lois wants romance and adventure, while Peter only wants to stay in the hotel and watch television.
Peter, you can't just sit in front of the TV the entire vacation. You know, I'm really getting tired of you being such a complete stick in the mud.
The mismatch frustrates Lois, who finally storms off to explore the country on her own. Seeing her enjoy Italy with another man forces Peter to step up and try harder.
Oh, man, she really is upset. Having lady problems, are you, pal? Dean Martin?
Peter leans fully into exaggerated Italian romance. He changes his style, his attitude, and even how he speaks.
To prove my love, I have convinced 20,000 soccer fans to hold up a romantic message just for you.
It is over the top, but it works. A gondola ride seals the deal, and the two share the most romantic night they have had in years.
The point is, Italy is the best thing that ever happened to us.
I know, it's been wonderful. I wish we never had to leave.
Caught up in the moment, Peter suggests they never leave. He destroys their passports, convinced they can just live there forever. At first, the idea feels exciting, and the family slowly adjusts to life in Italy, especially Peter.
Hey, Vincenzo, play me a tune, eh? Oh, Vincenzo, insalata caprese!
Reality sets in when money becomes a problem. With no job and no future plans, Lois realizes they cannot stay forever. The issue is, they now have no passports and no legal way home. The wait time to fix it is months.
And assuming that all goes through, you should have your citizenship back in 16 months.
16 months?
Desperate, the family attempts to sneak back illegally, which goes exactly as badly as you would expect. They are quickly caught and sent home. Even so, Lois admits the trip meant a lot to her. It proves that when Peter tries, their relationship can still feel special, even if it comes with chaos. Money problems push Peter and Lois into a strange situation that blurs honesty, temptation, and emotional cheating. What starts as a desperate job search slowly turns into a secret identity that makes Peter fall for his own wife without realizing it. Season 11, Episode 14, after a chaotic plan leaves the family broke, Lois realizes she needs a job fast. A man compliments her voice and offers her work in the voice industry. Lois expects something normal, but quickly learns the job is for an adult phone line. She is uncomfortable at first, but the high pay convinces her to stay.
I can't do this.
It pays $2,000 a week, sweetie.
Oh my God.
Lois struggles badly at the beginning. The calls are awkward, intense, and nothing like what she imagined. By the time she gets home, she is emotionally drained and has zero interest in intimacy. Peter feels rejected and confused, not knowing what her new job actually involves.
Lois barely wants to do it no more. I'm going crazy here.
Ugh, I hear you.
Seeing Peter frustrated, Quagmire suggests an alternative. He tells Peter about a phone line woman named Classy who makes him feel wanted. Peter hesitates but gives in, believing it is harmless since it is not physical. He has no idea Classy is actually Lois, using a fake name and a different voice.
There's something about you, Classy. Something special.
Oh, that's very sweet.
I like your voice.
Peter quickly grows attached to Classy. Over the phone, he opens up, feels heard, and starts developing real feelings. Lois recognizes his voice immediately, but chooses not to stop it. Instead, she lets the emotional connection grow, curious to see what Peter will say when he thinks she is someone else.
Oh my God. So as far as Peter knows, he's about to cheat on you? Lois, you've got to draw the line here.
Eventually, Peter asks to meet in person. Lois agrees, both of them wearing obvious disguises. At the hotel, Peter begins to doubt himself, realizing how much he loves his wife. Without knowing it, he pours his heart out directly to Lois, saying everything he never said before.
I felt something. It was like an instinct, you know? Both my heart and my wiener somehow knew you were my soulmate.
Afterward, Lois reveals the truth. Peter is shocked to learn he emotionally cheated with his own wife. Lois admits she hid the job from him. In the end, they call it even. Peter realizes he fell in love with Lois all over again. Proving honesty might have saved them a lot sooner. In Season 14, Episode 11, Peter and Lois hit a financial wall again, which should honestly be the Griffin family motto at this point. Bills are piling up, their bank account is empty, and prayer does not help, because prayer only works if you already have money.
Let's sit down later and see if we can figure out a plan to get our finances in order.
Don't worry about it, Lois. I will always provide for the family.
While wandering the mall, pretending they can afford anything inside it, they find a sign for a baby peanut butter commercial. Stewie is the perfect age, and more importantly, the perfect distraction from how broke they are. Stewie auditions by mocking Brian in front of the casting people, and somehow that is exactly what they wanted.
He's adorable and exactly what we're looking for. Congratulations, your son is the new Peanut Butter Kid.
He becomes the new Peanut Butter Kid instantly. His first commercial airs, and it blows up. The money starts rolling in through royalties, and Stewie suddenly becomes the family breadwinner. The Griffins act like they finally have hope again.
You know, Stewie actually got a call for another commercial tomorrow. Who knows? This could be the beginning of a nice career for him.
But the next audition does not go well. Stewie gets thrown, bruised, and humiliated on set. Peter and Lois lose faith in him faster than you can say one-hit wonder. They jump into stage parent mode, pushing Stewie harder every second. He is forced into endless practice. He takes strange vitamin cocktails. Lois threatens to destroy his toys if he messes up. They treat him like a performer instead of a baby. The pressure becomes so intense that Stewie begins to fall apart.
And don't forget, if you screw this up, Mommy's gonna kill all of your toys.
Okay.
Brian tries explaining the truth about child acting. He lists every tragic child star story he knows. Stewie realizes he is becoming another cautionary tale, and he wants out. He tries to quit, but Peter and Lois refuse to let him walk away from the fame and money. They push harder. They ignore his panic. They aim for success while forgetting that their star is a toddler. The breaking point comes during another commercial shoot. Stewie finally snaps. He screams, kicks props, melts down in front of everyone. It is loud, angry, chaotic, and honestly, a pretty accurate summary of what Hollywood does to kids. That meltdown is the moment when Peter and Lois finally wake up. They see how far they pushed him. They see the fear and exhaustion in his eyes. And they remember that this is not a job for him. It is torture. Peter and Lois finally pull back. They apologize. They drop the Hollywood dream completely. No more auditions. No more pressure. No more forcing Stewie into anything. They let him be a baby again, even if it means losing the fame and money they were hoping for. It is one of those moments where their parenting swings from terrible to decent in seconds. They get caught up in chaos. They push things too far. But at the end of the day, they still manage to return to what matters. In Season 22, Episode 5, Peter and Lois try to celebrate their anniversary, but nothing in this marriage stays romantic for long. It starts with Lois reminding Peter what day it is, and Peter doing what he always does on important days, panicking and lying. He claims he has a surprise gift ready for her, when in reality, he does not even have an idea forming in his head. Even his friends know it is his anniversary before he does, which should tell Lois everything she needs to know by now.
Yeah, what's worse, I lied, and I told Lois I had an awesome gift plan for tonight.
Seamus steps in with a simple solution that even Peter cannot mess up. A private cruise on Quahog Harbor. Romantic enough for Lois, cheap enough for Peter, and hopefully safe enough for both.
Lois is gonna love this, Peter. She's gonna think you're a true romantic.
Under the moonlight, Lois lets the moment take over. She strips down, jumps into the water, and tells Peter to join her. It should have been a perfect anniversary memory, but Peter notices a fin cutting through the water, and his survival instincts kick in instantly. Instead of saving his wife, he jumps straight into the boat and speeds away, leaving Lois screaming in the water like a disposable extra in a shark movie.
Oh, God, thank God! It's just a dolphin!
The fin turns out to be a dolphin. Lois survives, but her trust in Peter does not. When they get home, she does not yell or cry. She tells Peter something far worse. She feels nothing for him. She cannot see him as her partner or protector anymore.
Wow, Peter, I've never seen Lois so upset. Looks like you're in, and I find this phrase offensive.
Peter realizes he has to prove himself if he ever wants Lois to see him as a husband again. So he ropes the guys into recreating the entire scene. Quagmire plays the shark. Joe oversees the plan. Cleveland exists in the background, regretting every moment. They set up a dock with one specific plank that Lois is supposed to step on. The entire success of this plan depends on Peter, which is always a bad sign. He steps on the wrong plank, or rather the exact plank he was not supposed to touch, and immediately falls into the water like it is his first time using legs. Before the group can even reset the plan, a real shark appears in the harbor, not Quagmire in a costume, but an actual shark. Lois reacts instantly. She jumps into the water, grabs Peter, and fights off the shark with the taijutsu she learned earlier in the episode. It is ridiculous, it is heroic, and it shows exactly why she is the real backbone of this marriage.
Peter, did you rig this whole thing so that I would fall into the water?
Yes.
Peter finally understands something important. Lois does not need him to be a hero. She needs him to try. She needs him to show effort instead of excuses. She needs to know he can attempt something for her instead of leaving her behind. They leave the harbor soaked, embarrassed, exhausted, but still choosing each other, which pretty much sums up their entire relationship. Even when Peter creates the disaster, Lois always finds a way to pull both of them through it. That is why this moment proves they might be the craziest couple in the entire show. In Season 21, Episode 4, Peter and Lois try to bring back the spark in their marriage. But the plan they choose ends up creating one of the most cursed moments their family has ever witnessed. It all starts with a simple date night that makes them realize they do not connect the way they used to. The energy is gone, the chemistry is fading, and every time they talk, it feels like the spark is just out of reach.
I just never liked it. I don't know. I guess it's not a requirement, but yeah, I do like having the option.
Lois wants to fix things before the distance grows, so they visit a couple's therapist. At first, it seems normal. A little talking, a little breathing exercise, the usual stuff. Then, the therapist suggests hypnosis. Peter is skeptical, but Lois is excited. If this can help their romance, why not try it? The therapist gives Peter a hypnotic trigger phrase that is supposed to activate his romantic side. Unfortunately, the phrase she chooses is a jingle from a celebrity gossip show.
And from now on, whenever you hear the words
extra, extra. Once they get home, Lois tests it. She plays the jingle, and instantly, Peter switches into a perfect romance mode. Soft voice, smooth tone. Full attention on Lois. It is everything she's been wanting, and she becomes addicted to how easy it is. Every time she feels ignored, she uses the jingle. Every night she wants intimacy, the jingle plays again. Peter does not even know he is being controlled. He just keeps activating like a loyal little robot.
Wow, Mom and Dad have sure been watching a lot of entertainment television.
Things go off the rails when they visit Lois's parents. Her mother is sick, and they want to help her out. The TV plays that exact same gossip show. The jingle goes off, and Peter activates instantly. Lois panics, Babs panics, and Peter is stuck in a romantic trance with absolutely no idea where he is or who is watching. The moment becomes one of the most horrifying scenes in their family history. Lois realizes she created a monster. Instead of fixing her relationship, she turned Peter into something that is not even romantic anymore. It is just sad, embarrassing, and completely out of control.
There you go. Get it all out.
This becomes one of the strangest relationship moments they ever share. A complete disaster disguised as a fix, and a reminder that nothing in their marriage can ever be simple. In Season 12, Episode 9, Peter gets promoted at the brewery to forklift operator. For the first time in a long time, Peter feels powerful. He feels important. He feels like the machine is an extension of his soul. The problem is that confidence goes straight to his head. He starts lifting everything he should not lift. He starts chugging beer like it counts as forklift fuel. He even performs a dangerous stunt that gets him fired on the spot.
Griffin, you're fired! See if I care.
When he loses the job, everything inside him collapses at once. His pride, his confidence, his sense of being the man of the house. Lois steps up to keep the family afloat. She gets a job at the grocery store and becomes the breadwinner. And that is when the real problem shows up. Peter loses the ability to perform in bed completely. Lois tries to be gentle. Peter tries to act normal, but he breaks down.
Peter, are you having trouble getting ready?
Yes, obviously I'm having trouble.
He goes to the guys for help. Joe is confused. Quagmire is too excited. He builds a literal puppet to control Peter parts like he is operating a robot. It gets uncomfortable fast. Too many hands, too many wires. Not enough self-respect, and none of it works.
Damn it, Peter, I'll set the pace, you idiot. All right, now to let some line out. Let her dance with a little.
Deep down, Peter knows the truth. His problem is not physical. It is emotional. He needs to feel needed. He needs to feel useful. So he goes back to the brewery and confronts his boss. He admits he messed up, he apologizes. And he uses a little coupon he once gave himself that says he gets 1 redo for gross negligence. Somehow, it works. Peter gets his job back. His pride returns. His confidence returns.
You don't have to anymore because I got my old job back.
Peter, I'm so proud of you.
Their intimacy returns, their energy returns, their marriage stabilizes, and Peter realizes something important. His entire masculinity is built on whether or not he feels useful. Lois realizes something too. Sometimes the only way to keep this marriage functioning is to let Peter feel like the hero, even if the hero almost drove a forklift through a wall. In Season 4, Episode 23, Peter and Lois get caught up in nostalgia. They see a community talent show coming up, and suddenly they remember the days when they used to perform folk music together. Old songs, cheap guitars, bad harmonies, but somehow it felt romantic back then. Lois thinks bringing that energy back might fix the distance between them. Peter agrees because he always agrees when something sounds fun or stupid or both. They start writing music again, but nothing comes out right. Every lyric sounds wrong, every melody sounds flat. Their creativity died somewhere between diapers and overdue bills. That is when they reach for their old source of inspiration, a little green plant that used to make them think they were geniuses. Peter takes a hit, Lois follows. And within minutes, they are floating on confidence that does not match reality at all.
He's not gonna get to.
They imagine their song is brilliant. They imagine the crowd loving them. They imagine the kind of performance that becomes legend. But when they go up on stage, the truth hits hard. Back home, things get quiet. Lois feels embarrassed. Peter feels guilty. The moment that was supposed to bring them closer did the opposite. Lois wanted connection. Peter wanted fun. They ended up with disappointment and regret. And Peter realizes that getting high together is not real intimacy. It is just a distraction that makes their problems louder instead of smaller.